two and then go to others.
So imagine that I've accepted what it seems to me like the strongest of these arguments, that we need an explanation for it. There's something instead of nothing. And that reason has to be transcendent. How do we get from a transcendent cause to the idea that that cause would have anything in common with persons as we know them in this universe?
Well, I did get to a personal being.
And I was very confused when you made that jump.
I was confused.
I was confused.
Oh, you were confused. Well, this argument was actually suggested to me by one of my students, which I thought was a brilliant insight. I had used the contingency argument simply to argue for a metaphysically necessary being, which is the explanation of the contingent universe. And the student said to me, how in the world could you get a contingent being, which doesn't have to exist, from a necessarily existing cause, unless that cause was endowed with freedom of the will, and therefore able to create a contingent effect? You see, if the cause is a mechanically operating, impersonal set of conditions, then if it necessarily exists, the effect should necessarily exist. And so it seems to me this is a very powerful argument for the personhood of this first cause, that we have a contingent effect like the universe from a necessarily existing cause. Now, beyond that, that doesn't get you beyond deism. That gives you a personal, transcendent creator of the universe. To get beyond that, you're going to need to couple it with other arguments, like the argument from the resurrection of Jesus. Follow up?
So, okay, so I almost want to push back because I'm still not convinced, but it seems like to say that God has to be like us is a failure of imagination, but there's something I'd rather ask about instead.
All right.
So let's say I'm with you so far.
By the way, let me just say this. I don't think that God is like us. I think we're like him.
Okay, that's right.
You know, and that's what we were talking about. As finite persons, we're in his image in the sense that we also have freedom of the will, rationality.